Okay, first let's see this syllabus part. We'll be starting with micro. Paper 1 contains advanced micro. Subparts will be Marshallian and Walrasian approach to price determination, distribution theories, and market structure, monopolistic, duopoly, and oligopoly. Fourth is welfare criteria. So broadly 4 parts within micro. Marshallian and Walrasian analysis, that will be mainly 1 to 2 class maximum. This distribution theory will be taking around 4 to 5 classes. Market structure will be taking approximately 10 classes. Weightage for market structure will be more. And welfare economics will be again taking 5 to 6 classes. So approximately 20 odd classes will be for micro. One thing you should be familiar from start, what you are observing is basically the written part of syllabus, but there are some unwritten part not mentioned specifically. Like for example, market structure says monopolistic, duopoly, and oligopoly, but there will be questions from perfect competition, there will be questions from monopoly, there will be questions from market failure, there will be questions from input market. So there are some unwritten part. So we have to draw this outer circle so that you are covering this written part as well as the not mentioned part as well. And for that purpose you will be getting questions, previous year past year question jitne bhi available hai or topic wise filtered separated hai. So all market structure question will be at one place, all distribution question will be at one place, all welfare question will be at one place. Micro, usually it will be having a weightage of around 90 to 100 marks. 90 to 100 marks question will be from micro. 90 to 100 means around 7 to 8 questions will be from the micro section, subparts I am talking about. Then macro include mainly classical and ISLM. Classical and then Keynesian and then post-classical or neoclassical and then neo-Keynesian. Then there is a concept of synthesis of classical and Keynesian both. Micro, macro, and money and finance. Usually it is section A in paper 1. Paper 1 is divided into 2 sections. Section A will be having micro, macro and money and finance, but rigidly follow नहीं होता पेपर के अंदर. Like current year का पेपर देखेंगे, in section A there are questions from growth and development, in section B there are questions from micro and macro. So don't rigidly वो follow नहीं होता, but mainly in section 1 you will get questions from micro, macro and money and finance. Macro weightage will be also roughly you can say 80 to 90 marks. Money and finance will be say 40 to 50 marks. So micro, macro and money is section A you can say. Section B of paper 1 will start with international. So all international question is usually in section B. This international economics you can divide it into 2 parts. One is theories of trade. So all theories are mentioned upfront. And the second part will be balance of payment and foreign exchange. So there are 2 parts of international economics. And for first part it will be taking around 10 odd classes here, and balance of payment also will be around 8 to 10 classes. So the weightage for international is more. And as far as question is concerned, 100 plus marks ka question international economics ka hoga. And the last section in paper 1 will be growth and development. So in that growth and development, all growth models at the start, but it is not exhaustively listed. These are the growth model you have to cover. So again here there will be some written part which are mentioned like Lewis model, balanced and unbalanced model, but there are many other models which are not written in syllabus. So you have to cover that as well. So growth and development will be another we can say 100 marks. And in terms of class around 10 to 15 classes for growth and development as well. Paper 1 usually take more than 3 months to complete, or approximately you can say 3 months. 3 months means around 70 classes. So 70 odd classes will be for paper 1. Paper 1 will be consuming your 70% of time, whereas 30% of time you can cover paper 2. So when paper 2 will start, we will explain paper 2 part as well. The difference between this optional syllabus and IES syllabus will be that the numerical part will be separated. So usually in optional paper numericals are not asked, but in this year you can say 2 numerical has been asked, one from the ISLM topic and one from the market sector. But in Indian economic service paper there will be many numerical in paper 1. So this whenever we will be explaining even market sector, we will be explaining some numerical as well, so that if it comes you can score. Like this year के पेपर के इसमें भी 15 मार्क्स का एक ISLM का न्यूमेरिकल है, अगर आपको मालूम है तो आप इजीली इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। 2009 में एक क्वेश्चन था कोऑर्डिनेट मॉडल का, in 2013 also there is one question on the coordinate model. So if it comes on that topic, you must be knowing what are the steps involved in solving that question. So you can start with the market and in micro, and in micro we are starting with a market structure. Reason being, if you go by the question, topic wise question, ठीक है, ये टॉपिक वाइज क्वेश्चन आपको मिल जाएंगे मेल पे। तो इन माइक्रो मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर इज वन टॉपिक। इन मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर जो आपको मेल मिलेगा उसमें 19 के क्वेश्चन भी एडेड होंगे, ठीक है। लास्ट ईयर वाला करंट ईयर का जो मेंस है वो क्वेश्चन ऐड होकर मिलेगा। जस्ट फॉर मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर यू कैन सी 1 क्वेश्चन, 2 क्वेश्चन, 3, 4 and 5. 5 question means around 50 to 60 marks, at least 60 plus. So 5 question ये market structure topic के है। In 17 also there is 1 question, 2 question and 3 question. In 2016 again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on an average 4 to 5 questions from market structure. That means the weightage for market structure is more as compared to Marshallian valuation approach or distribution theories or welfare economics. So we'll be starting with that important one, and similarly you will be having question, topic wise question for all subtopics like welfare economics. So in 2018 there was no question, in 17 there was 2 question, in 15 there was 1 question, in 13 1 question. So on an average 1 to 2 subparts are asked from वेलफेयर क्राइटेरिया। तो क्वेश्चन देख करके आपको आइडिया लगाना है कि किस टॉपिक का वेटेज ज्यादा है और किस टॉपिक का वेटेज कम है। तो इन माइक्रो मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर विल बी हैविंग द ग्रेटेस्ट वेटेज। तो स्टार्ट विद द इंपॉर्टेंट वन, दैट इज मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर, ठीक है। सो फर्स्ट एडवांस माइक्रो, एंड इन माइक्रो it is market structure. First of all, when we explain microeconomics, micro deals with unit and macro deals with the aggregate. So in micro, whenever you are studying market structure, we are not studying a marketplace here. We are studying basically market for one particular product specific concept होता है। तो मार्केट का मतलब मार्केट प्लेस से रिलेट नहीं करना है। So फॉर एग्जांपल इफ वी हैव टू डिस्कस मार्केट फॉर पेन, so how many sellers of this pen, how many buyers of this pen, whether pen is all homogeneous or whether pen is differentiated, मतलब all firms are producing same pen or they are producing different pen. So when we explain market for pen, that means we are discussing about market for only that product. Similarly, we can discuss market for cold drinks, market for TV. So this concept of market is related to product wise. Second thing, even for product wise, if we can say that there are large number of sellers, and all are producing homogeneous good, identical good, then market is said to be perfectly competitive. But if there is only one seller, then market will be monopoly in nature. If there is two sellers, then the market will be duopoly. More than two, but not large in number, then it is oligopoly. So mono is one, oligo means few. So oligopoly is characterized by few sellers. Part of oligopoly will be duopoly. So duopoly is always part of oligopoly. So if there is more than one but not large in number, then it is oligopoly market. Exactly two होने पे market का nature duopoly है. If there are many firms but they are not producing homogeneous good, they are producing differentiated product, then market will be characterized as monopolistic competition. Primarily we have to deal with perfect competition market, we have to deal with monopoly market, we have to study oligopoly which will include duopoly, and then monopolistically competitive market. Among these four, you can say the weightage for oligopoly will be more because subtopics in oligopoly is more. So first thing, in the market we are studying market for one particular product specific concept. Since it is a product specific concept, for that particular product, if there are large number of sellers selling same good, then the market is perfectly competitive. If there are many sellers selling differentiated good, then the market is monopolistic. If there is only one monopoly, if there are more than one but not large in number, then the market is oligopoly in nature. So four different form of market. So the idea, I will start with this perfect competition form, then I will go to oligopoly section, after that monopolistic, and finally monopoly as per priority. So the basic concept will be starting with the perfect competition, and if you want to have a further categorization, simply remember market is broadly of two types only, perfect or imperfect. Within imperfect, monopoly, oligopoly and monopolistic, so broadly we can say it is competitive market, perfectly competitive market, or there is imperfectly competitive market. You can start with this perfect competition, but before that I will be explaining some basics. So some basics related to the market structure. Remember, when you study any form of market, in any form of market there are many sellers, and we are discussing microeconomics, so we have to determine how much output firm will produce and what price that product will be sold. So two things are important: what will be price and how much output that firm will produce. So we have to determine price, we have to determine output. Price or quantity की बात हो रही है. Whether it is competitive market or monopoly or oligopoly or monopolistic, all firm has to take two important decisions. One, how much output it should produce. Second, at what price that product will be sold. When you decide about output, how much output firm will produce, we have to consider what is the objective of firm. What is the objective of firm in market? The objective of firm, we assume that it is profit maximization. Although objective can be sales maximization also. But जब तक sales maximization नहीं कह रहे हैं, तब तक हम क्या मान के चलेंगे? Profit maximization. So objective of any firm in any form of market is to maximize profit. But when profit get maximized, we have to determine that. So your first basic concept will start with profit maximizing condition. Okay, profit maximizing condition से start करना. And that profit maximizing condition will remain same for all form of market. मतलब जो आप बेसिक पढ़ेंगे वो कंपटीशन में भी वही रहना है, मोनोपोली में भी सेम रहेगा, ओलिगोपोली के अंदर भी वही कंसेप्ट फॉलो करना है, मोनोपोलिस्टिक में भी वही फॉलो करना है. So first heading is profit maximizing condition. We have to determine profit maximizing condition. First thing, in order to calculate profit, as you know, profit will be difference of revenue and cost. So it is total revenue minus total cost. Profit is total revenue minus total cost, TR minus TC. Revenue means, just for example, if I have to calculate profit from this class, how to calculate profit? Revenue minus cost. So what will be the revenue? Number of students multiplied by fees, that will be the revenue. So you have to multiply price with quantity only. So for total revenue, it is price multiplied by quantity. Clear? So it is P into Q. And what will be total cost? Total cost will be cost of production. That cost of production will include fixed cost also, like rent, etc. That will be the fixed cost, and there will be some variable cost also. Variable like electricity bill, those are basically variable cost. So that cost will include in fact fixed cost plus variable cost. प्रॉफिट को पाई के सिंबल से डिनोट करते हैं. प्रॉफिट इज टोटल रेवेन्यू माइनस टोटल कॉस्ट. नाउ राइट अ टेक्निकल नोट हियर. ठीक है, जहां जहां आप रजिस्टर में टेक्निकल नोट लिख रहे हैं वो से आप रजिस्टर में लिखो, बट इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी दैट यू हैव टू राइट इट इन द आंसर आल्सो. ठीक है, वो कंसेप्ट की क्लैरिटी के लिए लिखा जा रहा है. So I am writing profit as the difference between revenue and cost. Revenue and cost. If you have to maximize profit, because you are writing profit maximizing condition, तो अगर profit का equation लिखा है TR minus TC and you have to maximize profit, and mathematically अगर किसी function को maximize करना है तो आप उसको differentiate कर लेते हैं and equate it to 0. तो हमने प्रॉफिट के फंक्शन को क्वांटिटी के रेस्पेक्ट में डिफरेंशिएट किया, बिकॉज वी हैव टू डिटरमाइन प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजिंग क्वांटिटी. प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजिंग क्या निकाल रहे हैं हम? क्वांटिटी निकाल रहे हैं. तो प्रॉफिट के फंक्शन को किसके रेस्पेक्ट में डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे? प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजिंग कंडीशन के लिए यू हैव टू डिफरेंशिएट दैट फंक्शन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू क्वांटिटी. अगर डिफरेंशिएशन नहीं भी क्लियर है तो याद रखिएगा, जैसे लास्ट का स्टेप लिखेंगे वो हमारे काम आना है, बट टेक्निकल नोट में आप अपने स्टेप में नोट कर लेंगे. फंक्शन का डिफरेंशिएशन इक्वेट करना 0 से, फर्स्ट डिफरेंशिएशन, और सेकंड डेरिवेटिव शुड बी नेगेटिव. फंक्शन अगर मैक्सिमाइज करना है तो फर्स्ट डिफरेंशिएशन शुड बी 0 इक्वेटेड टू 0 एंड सेकंड डिफरेंशिएशन शुड बी नेगेटिव. फंक्शन डिफरेंशिएट करने के लिए डेल पाई बाय डेल क्यू या डी के सिंबल से भी लिख सकते हो आप डायरेक्टली. डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ रेवेन्यू विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू क्वांटिटी, differentiation of cost with respect to quantity, and you have to equate it to 0. Remember differentiation जैसे यूजुअल फॉर्म में आप dy by ds लिखते हैं, तो dy by ds का मतलब होता है चेंज इन y ड्यू टू चेंज इन x. तो आप इसको रीड कैसे क्या करना है? चेंज इन रेवेन्यू ड्यू टू चेंज इन क्वांटिटी. Change in revenue due to change in quantity will be referred as marginal revenue in micro. Marginal means additional. Additional means additional revenue due to additional quantity. Marginal cost means additional cost due to additional quantity. Marginal utility means additional utility due to additional quantity. Marginal product means additional product due to additional labor. So when you are calculating change in revenue due to change in quantity, in economic sense it becomes marginal revenue. टोटल रेवेन्यू को डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो क्या आ जाएगा? मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू. सिमिलरली टोटल कॉस्ट को डिफरेंशिएट किया तो मार्जिनल कॉस्ट. तो MR माइनस MC इक्वल टू 0, विच मीन्स मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू इज इक्वल टू मार्जिनल कॉस्ट. ठीक है, ये डिफरेंशिएशन यूज नहीं करना है कहीं, आप डायरेक्टली ये कंडीशन अप्लाई करते हो. So when profit get maximized? Profit get maximized when firm produces that much quantity where marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. Firm profit get maximized when marginal revenue becomes equal to marginal cost. So this is your first condition. MR must be equal to MC, and that condition will remain same in competition, in monopoly, in monopolistic, in oligopoly. In any form of market, whenever you have to find profit maximizing quantity, you have to simply equate marginal revenue with marginal cost. Clear? First differentiation you have equated to 0, but second differentiation should be negative. So second differentiation means फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव किया है तो उससे एमआर आया, अब आप सेकंड डेरिवेटिव से करेंगे तो एमआर का डेरिवेटिव होगा, so that will be differentiation of MR minus differentiation of MC, that should be negative. First differentiation should be 0, second differentiation should be negative, but ये complete term negative कब होगा? जब ये differentiation बड़ा हो, और किसी भी फंक्शन को डिफरेंशिएट करते हैं तो ज्योमेट्रिकली यू कैलकुलेट स्लोप, डिवाइड बाय डीएक्स करेंगे तो भी स्लोप ही आता है। तो जब हमने टोटल रेवेन्यू को डिफरेंशिएट किया तो क्या आया? तो मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू इज स्लोप ऑफ टोटल रेवेन्यू, मार्जिनल कॉस्ट इज स्लोप ऑफ टोटल कॉस्ट. सो व्हेन यू डिफरेंशिएट एमआर यू विल गेट स्लोप ऑफ एमआर. टोटल को डिफरेंशिएट किया तो टोटल का स्लोप आया, एमआर डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो एमआर का स्लोप आ जाएगा. सो स्लोप ऑफ एमआर माइनस स्लोप ऑफ एमसी नेगेटिव है, विच मींस स्लोप ऑफ एमसी इज ग्रेटर. सो स्लोप ऑफ मार्जिनल कॉस्ट इज ग्रेटर देन स्लोप ऑफ मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू, दैट इज सेकंड कंडीशन. ठीक है. अब आपका अगर बैकग्राउंड इकोनॉमिक्स का नहीं भी है, अगर मैथमेटिकल नॉलेज नहीं भी है तो भी याद रखिएगा. सिर्फ यू हैव टू रिमेंबर टू थिंग्स. प्रॉफिट विल गेट मैक्सिमाइज्ड व्हेन फर्म प्रोड्यूसेस दैट मच क्वांटिटी वेयर एमआर इज इक्वल टू एमसी, एंड सेकंड स्लोप ऑफ एमसी शुड बी ग्रेटर देन स्लोप ऑफ एमआर. जस्ट रिमेंबर दैट. बट इन योर रजिस्टर ये टेक्निकल नोट है, पेपर के अंदर कहीं शो नहीं करना. जब लिख रहे हैं कहीं आपको सिंपली क्या लिख देना है? The objective of firm is to maximize profit, and for profit maximization following condition must be satisfied. Number 1, MR equal to MC. Second, slope of MC greater than slope of MR. That's it. वही तक लिखना. So profit maximizing condition, this is your technical note number 1. First note. And remember, this condition will remain same in all form of market. In all form of market, profit maximizing condition will remain same. Now after that, write technical note number 2, second. Then कोई problems में? Now when we have to calculate profit again, write technical note number 2. Profit is a revenue minus cost. Again, to calculate profit, price multiplied by quantity minus total cost, and always remember total cost has two parts, fixed and variable. Price is always equal to average revenue. Reason: total revenue is price multiplied by quantity. When you have to calculate average, तो total revenue को quantity से divide कर देंगे, TR by Q is per unit, and in place of TR you can write P into Q divided by Q. Q will always cancel out. So average revenue is always equal to what? Price. So you can always write price in place of average revenue, or average revenue in place of price. Again, that concept will remain same in all market. Average multiplied by quantity will give you total. Similarly, how to calculate total cost? हमने average revenue को quantity से multiply किया तो total revenue आ गया. वैसे average cost को quantity से multiply कर देंगे तो total cost आ जाएगा. Average cost multiplied by quantity. So you can take that quantity common. In bracket write down AR minus AC. Pi is equal to Q into AR minus AC. Clear? Answer one thing. How you will get this quantity? How much quantity firm will produce? Firm will always produce that much quantity where its profit get. And what is the profit maximizing condition? So by equating MR with MC, you will be getting this quantity. So in order to get this quantity, you have to equate MR with MC. Now term in bracket can be positive, it can be, or it can be 0 also. So there are different possibilities. Number one, if average revenue is equal to average cost, and always remember in place of average revenue what you can write? P also. So if price is equal to average cost or average revenue is equal to average cost, then this value is 0. So profit will be 0. No profit, no loss. No profit, no loss condition is referred as break even point. So break even point हो गया. So AR equal to AC is a break even point. AR equal to AC is your break even point. AR equal to AC is will be break even. Break even also considers that firm is having only normal profit. Firm is having only normal profit. If average revenue is equal to average cost, it means firm is having only normal profit. Why normal profit? Normal profit because normal profit is included in cost. Cost में included है. Just for example, cost का मतलब हो गया, suppose in order to produce a commodity you use labor, land, capital, entrepreneur. To labor you pay wage, suppose 50. To land you pay rent. To capital you pay interest and to entrepreneur profit. तो अगर हमने सारे ऐड कर दिए तो ये टोटल कॉस्ट आ गया. If revenue is also 200, then you will say that profit is 0. But in that 0 profit, this 50 is included. And that 50 is the reward for entrepreneur. That 50 is reward for entrepreneur. So normal profit is very much included in cost. So if you cover cost, you are getting normal profit. If you get more than cost, then मतलब अगर ये रेवेन्यू 250 होगा तो जो एडिशनल रेवेन्यू होगा दैट एडिशनल रेवेन्यू विल बी केप्ट बाय द एंटरप्रेन्योर बिकॉज एंटरप्रेन्योर इज ऑर्गेनाइजिंग द प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम. सो इफ एवरेज रेवेन्यू is greater than average cost, second condition, then we say that profit is more than normal. More than normal you can say supernormal profit or abnormal profit. Supernormal or abnormal profit. If profit is more than normal, it is supernormal, or you can call it abnormal profit or excess profit also. Third condition is important. If average revenue is less and average cost is more, then what will happen? If average revenue is less, average cost is more, this will become negative. Negative profit means loss. So if AR is less than AC, then there will be loss. Now question is, if there is loss, in the condition of loss, what firm will do? There are two possibilities within loss. Firm may shut down or firm may continue despite loss. Firm may shut down the production or firm may continue despite loss. So if there is a condition of loss, within loss you can divide it into two parts. Within loss you can divide it into two parts. One is a firm may continue to produce despite loss, or firm may shut down Firm may continue to operate despite loss or firm may shut down. Now when firm will continue to operate despite loss and when firm will shut down, that depends upon whether price is greater than average variable cost or whether price is less than average variable cost. The decision depends upon variable. Decision does not depend upon fixed. It depends upon variable, it does not depend upon fixed. Firm may continue to produce और firm may shut down. और याद रखिएगा प्राइस लिखने का मतलब मैंने क्या लिखा है, AR है, प्राइस इज AR. So if AR is greater than ABC, firm will continue to operate. If price is less than ABC, then firm will prefer to shut down. कंडीशन को इस फॉर्म में भी आप याद रख सकते हैं या फिर एक सिंपल फॉर्म है. फर्म ऑपरेट तभी करता है जब तक फर्म को ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट मिलता है. फर्म विल कंटिन्यू टू ऑपरेट ओनली व्हेन फर्म इज हैविंग ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट. एंड व्हाट इज द कांसेप्ट ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट? फॉर ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट TR माइनस TVC ओनली. रेवेन्यू से क्या माइनस करना है? सिर्फ वेरिएबल कॉस्ट को माइनस कीजिएगा. तो ये ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट पॉजिटिव कब होगा? अगर मैं कह रहा हूं कि ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए तो इट शुड बी पॉजिटिव. देन इट कैन बी पॉजिटिव ओनली व्हेन टोटल रेवेन्यू इज ग्रेटर देन टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. देन योर ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट विल बी पॉजिटिव. TR will be greater than TVC. If you divide TR with quantity and TVC with quantity, what you will get? Divide TR with quantity and TVC also with quantity, then what will be the outcome? Dividing TR with quantity will give you average revenue, which is price. Dividing total variable cost with quantity will give you average variable cost. So if operating profit is positive, it means price is greater than variable cost. Price greater than variable cost. So if price is greater than variable cost, firm is having operating profit, therefore firm will operate. Firm will continue to operate. Firm will continue to produce. And if price is less than average variable cost, then operating loss, मतलब operate करने में loss है. Therefore better not to operate and shut down. So decision whether to continue or whether to discontinue or whether to shut down does not depend upon fixed cost. Reason? Fixed cost you have to bear anyhow. Whether you close down the business, even then you have to pay that rent, that fixed cost. So your decision whether to continue or whether to discontinue production does not depend upon fixed cost. That decision depends upon variable cost. So if a firm is able to cover its variable cost, it means firm is also able to cover some part of fixed cost. रेवेन्यू अगर वेरिएबल कॉस्ट से ज्यादा है, इसका मतलब क्या है? वेरिएबल कॉस्ट तो हमने कवर कर लिया है. वेरिएबल कवर करने के बाद जो रह गया उससे फिक्स कॉस्ट भी कवर हो रहा है. तो इफ यू आर एबल टू कवर पार्टली फिक्स कॉस्ट, इट इज बेटर टू कंटिन्यू इन द बिजनेस. तो ये आउटकम याद रखिएगा. विद इन लॉस व्हेन फर्म विल शट डाउन. फर्म विल शट डाउन व्हेन प्राइस इज लेस देन एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. एंड विद इन लॉस व्हेन फर्म विल कंटिन्यू टू ऑपरेट and price is greater than average variable cost. So what is exactly shutdown point? Production will continue when price is more than ABC. There will be shutdown when price is less than ABC. So exactly which point is shutdown point? Price equal to ABC, but ABC is not a constant value. Average variable cost तो अलग अलग quantity पे अलग अलग होती है. Exactly which point? एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट भी बनाओगे तो एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट तो टू शेप का होगा. एबीसी की वैल्यू तो हर पॉइंट पे डिफरेंट होती है. तो इनमें कौन सा एबीसी शटडाउन पॉइंट होगा? मिनिमम पॉइंट. तो व्हाट इज शटडाउन पॉइंट और व्हाट इज शटडाउन प्राइस? शटडाउन प्राइस इज इक्वल टू मिनिमम ऑफ एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. एबीसी का जो मिनिमम पॉइंट होगा वो शटडाउन पॉइंट होगा. इसका जो मिनिमम पॉइंट है ये प्राइस शटडाउन प्राइस कहलाता है. दैट मींस if price will be lower than that, if price will be lower than that, then there will be no production and supply will be zero. because firm prefer to shut down the production. ये ऊपर वाले पार्ट को आप इग्नोर कर सकते हैं, but just remember these three conditions, and again all three conditions will be valid in perfect competition, in monopoly, in monopolistic और in oligopoly. ठीक है, यहाँ तक जो कंसेप्ट आपने किया है ये किसी मार्केट को रिलेट नहीं कर रहा है, इट इज इंडिपेंडेंट फ्रॉम द मार्केट. इन एनी फॉर्म ऑफ मार्केट यू हैव टू फॉलो दिस कंडीशन. ठीक है, आई रिपीट दिस पॉइंट. प्रॉफिट निकालने के लिए हमने टीआर माइनस टीवीसी किया. टीआर इज प्राइस मल्टीप्लाइड बाय क्वांटिटी. प्राइस इज ऑलवेज इक्वल टू एआर. Similarly, AC into quantity will be total cost. To take quantity common, AR minus AC. To calculate that quantity, you will have to equate MR with MC, profit maximizing quantity. AR minus AC can be 0, it can be positive or it can be negative. If it is 0, we call it break even. If it is positive, it is more than normal profit. If it is negative, there will be within loss two possibilities: firm may continue or firm may shut down, and that decision depends upon whether price is more than average variable cost or whether price is less than average variable cost. ठीक है, so you have to apply all these concepts when you study. ठीक है, मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर जब आप पढ़ेंगे तो आपको ये सारे कंसेप्ट अप्लाई करने. क्लियर है? Now you can start with the first form of market, which is perfect competition. Perfect competition market. To begin with this, write down the important features, not all but few only. Perfect competition market is characterized by large number of sellers. So it is that market where there are large number of sellers. But what is the significance or implication of this feature? इस फीचर का implication समझ में आना चाहिए. अगर किसी मार्केट में लार्ज नंबर ऑफ सेलर है, मींस वन सिंगल सेलर कैन नॉट डिटरमाइन द मार्केट प्राइस. मार्केट प्राइस विल बी डिटरमाइंड बाय मार्केट फोर्स, एंड इन दैट मार्केट देयर आर मेनी फर्म. So right side I am writing for one firm and this is the market. So remember, in this market there are many firms, and this right side diagram is only for one firm. Price in market is determined by market demand and market supply. Their intersection determine the market price. Whatever be the price determined in this market, this price will remain same for that individual firm, which means for that firm price will be same, and at same price that firm can sell more quantity. Take this numerical values. If I say price is constant at 10, so keep that price constant at 10, and at same price firm can sell 1 unit or 2 unit or 3 unit or 4 unit. So what will be total revenue for that firm? टोटल रेवेन्यू क्या हो जाएगा फर्म के लिए? टोटल रेवेन्यू प्राइस इनटू क्वांटिटी होता है, तो इट विल बी 10, 20, 30 and 40. From that total revenue you can calculate marginal one. Marginal revenue means addition to revenue. So in all step how much is addition? So marginal revenue will also be 10. It means price and marginal revenue both are same. So since price is 10, MR is also 10. Same line is MR line. ठीक है, प्राइस की वैल्यू MR के बराबर है. Price is equal to marginal revenue. Price will be equal to marginal revenue. So if there are many sellers in market, what is the significance of that feature? Due to large number of firms in the market, one single firm do not have any control over market price. Therefore, that individual firm act as price taker. वो price taker है. That firm accept the price which is determined in the market. Firm accept the price which is determined in the market. ये प्राइस तभी चेंज होगा जब मार्केट का कोई कंडीशन बदल जाए, मतलब इधर डिमांड का या सप्लाई का शिफ्ट हो जाए तो ये प्राइस चेंज हो सकता है, बट फर्म कैन नॉट चेंज इट, फर्म कांट चेंज इट. इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स आप डिक्टेशन लिखते जाएगा. द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ और implication rather, the implication of large number of seller, the implication of large number of seller is that, implication of large number of seller is that, implication of large number of seller is that a single seller cannot affect market price. A single seller cannot affect market price. In fact, all individual firms act as price taker. All individual firm act as price taker. All individual firm act as price taker. As a result, price is equal to marginal revenue. Price is equal to marginal revenue. अब इस पॉइंट को आप नोट करके रखेंगे कि परफेक्ट कंपटीशन के अंदर आप पढ़ रहे हो. डोंट जनरलाइज दिस पॉइंट नाउ. इससे पहले तक जो लिखा था वो जनरलाइज कर लीजिएगा, बट नाउ यू आर राइटिंग एवरीथिंग अंडर. सो प्राइस इज इक्वल टू मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू इज अ फीचर ऑफ परफेक्ट कंपटीशन. इट इज नॉट फीचर ऑफ अदर फॉर्म ऑफ मार्केट. प्राइस इक्वल टू मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू विल बी अ प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ परफेक्ट कंपटीशन मार्केट. So price is equal to marginal revenue under perfect competition form. Second, homogeneous good. Homogeneous good. So homogeneous good actually means what? All firms in market are producing identical product, identical in all respect. And if it is identical in all respect, it means buyer cannot separate between the product produced by different firms because they are identical in all respect. It means that all firms are producing identical product. All firms are producing identical product. All firms are producing identical product. So buyer cannot differentiate. Buyer cannot differentiate between product produced by different firms. Product produced by different firms. Product produced by different firms. Third important feature in this market is free entry and exit. Free entry and exit. Market is characterized by free entry and exit. It means when you will discuss market and there are many firms in the market, if one single firm is having profit, if firms are having super normal profit, then it will attract new firms in market. New firms will enter into the market. In the case of loss, firms may leave the market. And remember, shutdown and entry exit are two different things. Shutdown does not mean you are leaving the market. Shutdown does not mean you are leaving the market. Shutdown is temporary stopping the production. You are not exiting from the market. Exiting means you are closing down the business and moving to some alternate market. So free entry and exit. So what happens that if I say supernormal profit, तो supernormal profit तब होगा जब price greater than average cost होगा, P greater than average cost. In that condition, what will happen? New firms will make entry because entry is free. But as new firms will enter, what will be the effect on this market price? ये supply कर रहा है, ये demand कर रहा है. जब नए फर्म मार्केट में एंटर करेंगे तो मार्केट का सप्लाई शिफ्ट हो जाएगा राइट साइड. एज अ रिजल्ट प्राइस विल फॉल. तो ये प्राइस कब तक डिक्रीज होता रहेगा? जब तक प्राइस एवरेज कॉस्ट के बराबर ना हो. सिमिलरली इफ देयर विल बी लॉस, देन इन द केस ऑफ लॉस देयर विल बी exit from that market. As firms will leave market, supply curve will shift to the left and price will start rising. So this price will continue to change so that price becomes equal to average cost. But entry or exit is a property of long run. Long run में firms market से बाहर जा सकते हैं या नए firm market में enter कर सकते हैं. Short run में they cannot enter or they cannot leave. So what is the implication of this third feature? If I say market is characterized by free entry and exit, that free entry and exit will ensure that in long run price will be equal to what? Average cost. In long run price will become equal to average cost, because if price is more than average cost, there will be profit. Profit will attract new firm. If price is less than average cost, there will be loss and it will cause exit from that market. So free entry and exit imply that in long run price will be equal to, and price equal to average cost means what? Firm will have only, किसी भी मार्केट के अंदर अगर ये फीचर आता है तो इस फीचर की वजह से लॉन्ग रन में क्या होना है? नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट होगा. एंड दैट विल बी अ प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ मोनोपोलिस्टिक कंपटीशन आल्सो. इन मोनोपोलिस्टिक कंपटीशन आल्सो, ड्यू टू फ्री एंट्री एंड exit, in the long run firm will be having only normal profit. So add that implication part. Due to this feature of free entry and exit, due to this feature of free entry and exit, due to this feature of free entry and exit, there will be only normal profit in long run. There will be only normal profit in long run. There will be only normal profit in long run. This is because in the case of supernormal profit, new firms will enter in market. New firms will enter in market. New firms will enter in market, which will reduce market price. Which will reduce market price. So on the other end, in the case of loss, firms will exit from market. In the case of loss, firms will exit from market. Firms will exit from market, which will increase market price. Which will increase market price. Therefore, market price will continue to change. Market price will continue to change. Market price will continue to change so that it becomes equal to average cost. So that it becomes equal to average cost. तो ये तीन प्रॉपर्टी प्राइमरली इंपॉर्टेंट है, इस तीन को याद रखेंगे. लार्ज नंबर ऑफ सेलर, प्रोडक्ट होमोजेनस एंड फ्री एंट्री एंड एग्जिट. ऑल्दो इन बुक देयर आर मेनी अदर फीचर्स आल्सो, बट उतने रेलेवेंट फीचर अब नहीं है. लाइक परफेक्ट नॉलेज होगा बायर के पास और सेलर के पास, बट दीज थ्री आर द फीचर्स विच विल बी यूज्ड इन ऑर्डर टू एक्सप्लेन दैट. ये तीन इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर याद रखेंगे. नाउ यू कैन स्टार्ट विद द क्वेश्चन नाउ. So we have to determine first of all equilibrium of firm, and it is equilibrium of firm under perfect competition. So we are referring to perfect competition market. Within that perfect competition market, we are talking about one single firm. And remember, firm is a price taker. Firm cannot change market price. How much quantity firm will produce, or when we can say that firm is in equilibrium? Firm will be in equilibrium when its profit get maximized. And what is profit maximizing condition? MR must be equal to MC. Marginal revenue must be equal to marginal cost. तो प्रॉफिट डिटर्मिनेशन के इनफैक्ट दो अप्रोच है. एक तो टीआर और टीसी अप्रोच ही हो जाएगा, और दूसरा एमआरएमसी अप्रोच. So firm is said to be in equilibrium when its profit get maximized or loss get minimized. Either way can say. And for that purpose we have to follow two different approach. One is total revenue total cost approach, and other is marginal revenue marginal cost approach. First paragraph. The firm is in equilibrium when the firm is in equilibrium when it maximizes its profit. Firm is in equilibrium when it maximizes its profit. Maximizes its profit, which is defined as difference between total revenue and total cost. Total revenue and total cost. Full stop. Given that normal rate of profit is included in cost of firm. Normal rate of profit is included in cost of firm. After comma, profit is above the normal rate of return. Profit is above the normal rate of return. Profit is above the normal rate of return. Next paragraph. Equilibrium of firm can be shown graphically. Equilibrium of firm can be shown graphically. In two ways. One, TR and TC approach. And second, MR and MC approach. TR and TC approach and MR and MC approach. Explain both approaches separately. First is TR and TC approach. TR and TC approach. total revenue and total cost approach. ठीक है, अब जरा यहाँ ध्यान देना. If you have to calculate profit, profit is the difference of revenue and cost, and profit has to be maximized. So it will be maximized only when the distance between TR and TC get maximized. Mathematically लेकिन हमने क्या कर रखा है maximize करने के लिए, डिफरेंशिएट किया था उससे. MR इक्वल टू अप्रोच ऑल्दो दो अलग अलग है बट आउटकम दोनों में सेम ही रहेगा. So you have to draw TR and total cost approach under perfect competition. Now if I write here quantity and on vertical axis it is total revenue and total cost, how to plot it first? Total revenue को अगर plot करना है तो total revenue is price multiplied by quantity, and just for clarity ये numerical value use करते हैं, पेपर में यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं. Price multiplied by quantity will be total revenue. So but price for one firm is, मार्केट का प्राइस फर्म के लिए क्या है, यहाँ पे कांस्टेंट है, गिवन है वो, तो हमने प्राइस यहाँ कांस्टेंट लिख रखा है और क्वांटिटी 1 2 3 4 किया हुआ है. So this will be 10 20 30 40 and so on. You are plotting this total revenue line. So what will be the shape? Quantity 1 price, quantity 1 TR 10, quantity 2 this will be 20, quantity 3 this will be 30. So this will be a straight line starting from origin. ठीक है, वो लाइन स्ट्रेट रहेगी क्योंकि प्राइस क्या है, कांस्टेंट है. सो दिस स्ट्रेट लाइन इज टोटल रेवेन्यू लाइन. स्ट्रेट लाइन विल बी टोटल रेवेन्यू लाइन, बट इट इज नॉट ऑलवेज बी द केस बिकॉज हर मार्केट के अंदर प्राइस कांस्टेंट नहीं होगा. परफेक्ट कंपटीशन में फर्म के लिए प्राइस कांस्टेंट है, सो इट विल बी अ स्ट्रेट लाइन अंडर परफेक्ट कंपटीशन. नाउ टॉक अबाउट टोटल कॉस्ट. But I said in total cost there are two parts, fixed and variable. And what is the meaning of fixed cost? Fixed costs are those costs which will be there without producing any output also. Fixed cost does not depend upon quantity. So even when quantity will be zero, there will be some fixed cost. So mark that fixed cost. So this gap is representing fixed cost, total fixed cost. After that, as you produce more quantity, there will be variable cost. Variable cost curve is inverted S in shape, in this form, inverted S in shape. ठीक है, that will be explained later on. Inverted S प्रोडक्शन के लॉस की वजह से होता है, बट यहाँ पे सिर्फ आप शेप ड्रॉ करेंगे, inverted S in shape. Now, if you have to plot profit, then where is the profit and how much is that profit? You have to maximize profit first of all. If I say this point, तो इस पॉइंट पे TR और TC इक्वल है, तो यहाँ प्रॉफिट जीरो हो जाएगा. इस पॉइंट पे भी प्रॉफिट क्या है, जीरो है. When TR will be more than TC, then there will be profit. So this gap is profit, vertical gap. So once you maximize that gap, तो जिस पॉइंट पे गैप मैक्सिमाइज हो रहा है उस पॉइंट को मार्क करना है. Then you find the vertical distance is maximized. So this is the maximum distance. So this is the maximum profit quantity. At that quantity, firm profit will get maximized. This is profit maximizing condition. So this is the quantity where profit, that is pi, get maximized. Symbol वैसे यूज करेंगे, रीड करना इजी रहेगा. This is a quantity where profit get maximized. And what will be the profit curve shape? At this point profit is zero. यहाँ profit positive होगा. It will increase first, maximize, and then it will. So if you plot profit curve, then what is the shape? It increases, maximize, then reduces. So at this point it is zero. It increases, get maximized, and then reduces to zero. Inverted U. That will be profit curve only. Now I said in the beginning, What is slope of TR? Slope of TR is MR and slope of TC is MC. TR line is straight, its slope is constant, but total cost line is non-linear, वो straight line नहीं है. तो मुझे जिस पॉइंट पे स्लोप निकालना होगा उस पॉइंट पे क्या करेंगे, जिस पॉइंट पे स्लोप निकालना होगा, at that point we will draw tangency. But remember, this tangency and this TR line must be parallel. The painting same slope, and same slope means slope of TR is MR, slope of TC is MC, which means MR equal to MC also. MR is equal to MC also. कंडीशन तो दोनों ही सेटिस्फाई होनी, बट ये डायग्राम हमने किसके लिए बना रखा है? By which approach? You have not drawn MR and MC line. You have drawn in fact TR and TC line. So this is the quantity where profit get maximized. This is the quantity where profit get maximized. So you are explaining that profit graphically without using marginal revenue, marginal cost, average revenue, average cost, and so on. Clear? But I said in that technical note there are three possibilities. Firm may have profit, may have normal profit, or there could be loss also. And within loss, two possibilities. Firm may continue, firm may shut down also. So this is a first diagram, and this diagram is drawn for showing supernormal profit. The supernormal profit के लिए description. Similarly, you have to show it for the normal profit, and then you have to show it for the loss condition as well. For the first part first. ठीक है, first part first. The total revenue curve is a straight line. Total revenue curve is a straight line through origin. Total revenue curve is a straight line through origin, showing that price is constant. Showing that price is constant at all levels of output. Price is constant at all levels of output. Also, the firm is price taker. The firm is price taker. Firm is price taker, and it can sell any amount of output, and it can sell any amount of output at current market price. It can sell any amount of output at current market price. Full stop. The slope of TR is MR. The slope of total revenue is marginal revenue, and it is constant, and equal to constant and equal to existing market price. Constant and equal to existing market price. Next paragraph. The total cost curve is inverted S. Total cost curve is inverted S in shape. Inverted S in shape due to law of variable proportion. Just mention that. Due to law of variable proportion. So the firm maximizes profit when distance between TR and TC is maximized. Distance between TR and TC is maximized. At any other level of output, profit is not maximized. At any other level of output, profit is not maximized. So since difference between TR and TC is positive, so competitive firm is earning supernormal profit. Competitive firm is earning supernormal profit. Okay, just in bracket mention diagram 1. Diagram 1 is showing or repainting that. Now remember, there can be profit condition, or there can be loss condition, or there could be a condition of a normal profit also. So explain that second condition now. Second condition is for loss. Now when there will be loss का condition कब होगा? There will be loss only when total revenue is less than total cost. But when firm will operate in loss, total के term में बोलिए, total के term में. If TR is less than TC, there will be loss. But in order to operate, firm must have operating profit. And what it requires? This TR must be greater than what? Total variable cost. So you have to show this condition in graph now. TC should be less than TR so that there is loss, but TVC should be less, but total revenue should be greater than total variable cost. So show that graphically. Draw total revenue line straight. Total cost will have fixed cost. So start with a positive intercept here. This is a fixed cost. Total cost line is inverted S in shape, but you have to keep that total cost above that total revenue in order to show loss. ठीक है, TC की वैल्यू TR से ऊपर होगी थ्रू आउट. Clear? So if there is loss, the loss has to be minimized. If there is profit, the profit has to be maximized. So where is the gap minimum? Minimum gap between these two. Because that gap is now loss. You have to minimize that loss. So that minimum gap is here. Mark that point. And again remember, at that quantity, loss is minimized. And at that quantity, MR must be equal to MC. So slope of TR is straight line. In order to get slope of TC, again you have to draw tangency there. And that tangency will be again parallel to the TR line, showing that MR is equal to MC. So this is the quantity. This is a quantity where firm is in equilibrium. And why we say that firm is in equilibrium? Because firm's loss is minimized. Therefore firm is in equilibrium. But in loss, what is the condition for production? लॉस में दो पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है. तो अगर आप शटडाउन बोलोगे तो क्वांटिटी जीरो होना चाहिए. शटडाउन में तो कोई प्रोडक्शन ही नहीं है फिर. बट इफ यू आर सेइंग दैट देयर इज प्रोडक्शन बाय फर्म व्हिच रिक्वायर्स दैट टीआर विल बी ग्रेटर देन, so now you have to draw total variable cost also. variable cost will start with OREN because it depends upon quantity. So if there is no production, there will be no variable cost. So starting with OREN and parallel to this total cost line, सिंपल ये ड्रॉ करना है. टोटल कॉस्ट की लाइन ये हो गई, वेरिएबल कॉस्ट इसके पैरेलल चलेगा. एंड व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टू? एंड दैट फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट विल रिमेन कांस्टेंट at all level of output. So parallel to that line you have to draw that total variable. Parallel to that line draw total variable and keep it below here. जहाँ quantity mark किया वहाँ पे वो नीचे होना चाहिए. That is total variable cost. So if I mark this as point A, this as point B, and this point as C, then how much is loss in graph? Which distance is loss? Which distance is loss? Loss is this distance AB. Loss A. Loss will be TR minus TC. Which so loss will be AB. But if I say how much is operating profit? Operating profit is TR minus TVC. So TR minus TVC will be BC. ठीक है. So operating profit is positive, therefore firm is operating. अब यहाँ से सिंपल आप ये कंसेप्ट यूज करो. अगर ये वेरिएबल कॉस्ट और ऊपर शिफ्ट हो जाए तो वेरिएबल कॉस्ट अगर और ऊपर शिफ्ट हो गया तो ये गैप यहाँ कम होता जाएगा. अगर ये गैप जीरो हो गया तो then firm will prefer to shut down the business. So when firm operate only when total variable cost is less than total revenue. वेरिएबल कॉस्ट का रेवेन्यू से कम होना जरूरी है. सिंपल लॉजिक है. If a firm is unable to meet its variable cost, it is better to close down the business, because by closing down the business you avoid which cost? By closing down the business you avoid variable cost. तो अगर कोई फर्म अपने वेरिएबल कॉस्ट को कवर नहीं कर पा रहा है तो वो प्रोडक्शन को क्या करेगा? टेम्परली सस्पेंड कर देगा. दैट मींस शट डाउन द बिजनेस. So this diagram is basically repainting loss, but within loss it is operating because firm is having operating profit. Explain that part. Next paragraph. However, in short run, there could be loss for competitive firm. There could be loss for competitive firm. After comma, when total cost is greater than total revenue. When total cost is greater than total revenue. However, firm may continue to operate. Firm may continue to operate. Firm may continue to operate despite loss. Firm may continue to operate despite loss if total revenue is greater than total variable cost. If TR is greater than TVC. Because in that case firm earns operating profit. Firm earns operating profit. Firm earns operating profit. Next paragraph. However, when total cost is tangent on total revenue, when total cost is tangent on total revenue, then firm will be earning only normal profit. Then firm will be earning only normal profit. Firm will be earning only normal profit, as normal profit is included in cost. As normal profit is included in cost. ठीक है, नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट के लिए कंडीशन आ जाएगा. So in the case of profit, this cost was lower. There was a positive gap here. Cost का नीचे बनाया था. In the case of loss, cost was above. In the case of normal profit, it will be just tangent on. So if it is tangent, it means MR is equal to MC also. ठीक है. So this is for normal profit. Use 3 separate diagram to show all 3. And this will be a correct description. This question was in 2015, and the same question has been asked in optional, and this was also asked in ES paper. Same question, copied one. This question number 18. Under perfect competition, under perfect competition in short run, find out graphically without using average cost. Without using average cost. So you don't have to use average cost. The condition in equilibrium for the existence of normal profit, supernormal profit and loss. So you have to, important words are under perfect competition, and you have to show it only graphically. And you have to show graphically all 3 conditions. And without using, so if you don't have to use average cost, you have only one option. Use the total revenue, total cost approach. टोटल से ही प्रॉफिट पता चलेगा. फिर अगर एवरेज होगा तो एवरेज इनटू क्वांटिटी करने से भी आ जाएगा. बट अगर एवरेज यूज ही नहीं करना है तो सिर्फ एक ही अप्रोच है, टीआर एंड टीसी अप्रोच. So for using this or answering this, you have to show 3 diagrams. One for normal profit, supernormal profit, and then under perfect competition. Since it is under perfect competition, therefore you have drawn that TR line as straight line. Total revenue की जो line है वो straight line है. Total revenue will be a straight line because market is said to be perfectly competitive. If it will be monopoly, then it will not be straight line. ये 3 सेपरेट डायग्राम बनने हैं, बट कॉमनली जो मिस्टेक होते हैं स्टूडेंट से वो ये है, जो हाँ डिफरेंस होगा, बिकॉज इन लॉन्ग रन ऑल फैक्टर्स आर वेरिएबल. इन लॉन्ग रन देयर विल बी नो लॉस, बिकॉज इफ देयर विल बी लॉस, फर्म विल एग्जिट फ्रॉम द मार्केट. इन लॉन्ग रन देयर विल बी ओनली नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट. लॉन्ग रन में सिर्फ नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट हो सकता है. शॉर्ट रन के अंदर सुपर नॉर्मल, नॉर्मल और लॉस तीनों कंडीशन हो सकते हैं. बट ड्यू टू द फीचर ऑफ फ्री एंट्री एंड एग्जिट, इन लॉन्ग रन प्राइस विल बी ऑलवेज इक्वल टू एवरेज कॉस्ट. टीआर विल बी जस्ट इक्वल टू टोटल कॉस्ट. डिफरेंस होगा. जो स्टेप नहीं करना वो ये जो कॉमन मिस्टेक है वो बता रहा हूं मैं. स्टूडेंट ड्रॉ दिस टोटल रेवेन्यू लाइन, टोटल कॉस्ट लाइन, ये गैप, इस गैप को सुपर प्रॉफिट कह दिया. जहां इक्वेट हो गया वो नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट बोल दिया. इससे पहले ये लॉस कह दिया, बट दिस विल बी रॉन्ग, वो गलत हो जाएगा. एक डायग्राम एक ही कंडीशन को शो कर रहा है, नॉट ऑल 3 कंडीशन. यू कांट से दैट दिस इज द नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट, दिस इज मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट एंड दिस विल बी द लॉस कंडीशन. ठीक है, ये गलत है, बिकॉज यू हैव टू फॉलो टीआर एंड टीसी अप्रोच, बट एट द सेम टाइम MRMC भी तो सेटिस्फाई होना चाहिए. We can't say that at this point MR is equal to MC. ये तो इंटरसेक्शन का पॉइंट है, दोनों का स्लोप सेम नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है, तो ये सेम डायग्राम के अंदर तीन कंडीशन नहीं होते. ये डायग्राम यूज होगा ओनली फॉर वन केस, दैट इज सुपरनॉर्मल प्रॉफिट. सेकेंड आप ड्रॉ करोगे TC above, that will be for loss. Just tangent, that will be for normal profit. So you have to draw three separate diagrams. ठीक है, ये कॉमन एरर है. ठीक है, ये नहीं करना. Now follow the alternate approach. Alternate one is MR and MC approach. Marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. Just take application step बताओ कि if the same question comes again and in that question instead of perfect competition it is written monopoly, तो monopoly के टॉपिक में भी आता आएगा. बट अगर इस कंपटीशन की जगह मोनोपोली लिखा, रेस्ट क्वेश्चन इज सेम, देन व्हाट विल बी द डिफरेंस? ऑल योर एंटायर कंसेप्ट विल रिमेन सेम एक्सेप्ट द डायग्राम. टोटल रेवेन्यू लाइन विल नॉट बी अ स्ट्रेट लाइन, because total revenue line will be straight only under perfect competition, not in the monopoly. In monopoly it will be, जो monopoly का diagram है उसके अंदर explanation आ जाएगा. It will be first increasing, reaches the maximum and then it will start declining. So when will we explain monopoly, you can answer same question under monopoly as well. So follow this TR and MR and NC approach now. Next paragraph. The alternative approach is based on MR and MC. The alternative approach is based on marginal revenue and marginal cost. The profit will be maximized when following conditions are satisfied. Profit will be maximized when following conditions are satisfied. A. MR equal to MC, and B. slope of marginal cost will be greater than slope of marginal revenue. Slope of marginal cost will be greater than slope of marginal revenue. Slope of MC greater than slope of MR. ठीक है, आपको आंसर लिखते समय बस इतना यूज करना है. वो जो टेक्निकल नोट लिखा था वो सिर्फ रेस्टे के लिए, एंड यू नो व्हाई यू हैव रिटन दिस. व्हाई व्हेन MR is equal to MC profit get maximized. So don't show technical note, just write the condition for equating MR and MC. Now by using this approach you have to show again three conditions: profit, supernormal profit and loss condition. First, this is for market and this is for firm. Price will be determined in the market by market demand and supply. Their intersection determine price. Keep that price constant and draw that horizontal line. Price is equal to MR now. ठीक है, P की वैल्यू MR के बराबर है. The approach is now using average. Earlier one was using total. And always remember, price is always equal to what? Price is also equal to AR. So what were the conditions for profit? वो तीन कंडीशन आपने उस टेक्निकल नोट के अंदर लिखा हुआ है. I refer to that condition first. If AR is greater than AC, then there will be profit. If AR is less than AC, then there will loss. If AR is just equal to AC, then there will be break even. So using first diagram first, this is for supernormal profit. So for supernormal profit, AR should be greater than AC. Draw that average cost line first. Average cost curve is a U shape. Anywhere you can draw that line. But keep it below. The minimum point should be below this line. In the case of loss, what you will do? Draw it above. For normal profit, just tangent on it. From the minimum point of average cost, you will draw marginal cost line. MC always cut average cost at the minimum point. And then apply this condition. ये condition apply करो पहले. First condition is what? So where MR and MC are same, intersection point. Mark that intersection point first. MR equal to MC. This is the quantity where profit will be maximized. This is the quantity where profit will be maximized. Now to determine that profit, you can simply calculate total revenue. So total revenue is price multiplied by quantity. So this is price multiplied by quantity. You will get which area? ये प्राइस हो गया डिस्टेंस और ये क्वांटिटी हो गया. तो P इंटू क्वांटिटी करेंगे तो पूरे रेक्टेंगल का एरिया टोटल रेवेन्यू हो जाएगा. P इंटू Q. So price into quantity will be this area O P E Q star. E you can mark this one. From total revenue you have to subtract what? Total cost. And what is total cost? Average cost multiplied by quantity. Average into quantity करेंगे total आ जाएगा. Clear? So how much is the quantity? Q star. For that quantity, how much is average cost? For this quantity, average cost. यहाँ तक. Clear? This is the average cost for that quantity. So from this point, mark it. And write MN. So which area? O M N Q star. And the difference of revenue and cost will be supernormal profit. So which area is remaining? A revenue area is this larger rectangle. Cost area is this smaller one. So that difference is supernormal profit. So this you can shade that area. This shaded area is supernormal profit. But in this diagram you have used average cost to determine the total cost and total revenue. Question में जो पूछा गया था उसमें specifically mentioned था that you cannot use average cost. So you cannot apply this. This question prohibit you to use average cost. You cannot use MR and MC approach. Alright, below that. Clear? Right on. The firm is in equilibrium. The firm is in equilibrium at the level of output. The firm is in equilibrium at the level of output defined by. Firm is in equilibrium at the level of output defined by intersection of. Defined by intersection of MR and MC. Intersection of MR and MC. Curve. MR and MC curve. To the left of output Q star. To the left of output Q star. To the left का मतलब अगर आप इस क्वांटिटी के लेफ्ट में कोई क्वांटिटी मार्क करते हैं देन विच कॉस्ट इज अबव और विच कर्व इज अबव. If you mark any quantity to the left, then marginal cost will be less. Marginal revenue will be. So if marginal revenue is more than marginal cost, what does it mean? It only means that supernal profit में average आएगा, margin नहीं, margin for additional होता है. अगर marginal revenue marginal cost से greater है, इसका मतलब होता है if you produce one extra unit, it will add more to revenue and it will add less to cost. If one extra unit is adding more to your revenue and it is adding less to your cost, it means it is adding something to your profit. So your profit will increase. So better to produce that quantity. So any quantity to the left of it, MR is greater than MC. Therefore firm will produce more and more quantity. Why not firm produces more than Q star? Because any quantity to the right, marginal revenue will be less and marginal cost will be, that means more unit is adding more to cost and less to revenue. It is unprofitable to produce that quantity. So firm will continue to change the quantity till MR becomes equal to MC. That is the economic logic behind it. जो आपने लिख रखा था स्टार्ट में MR equal to MC, that was mathematical logic. ठीक है, वो mathematically prove कर दिया आपने. But you have to explain that economic principle as well. Right. To the left of output Q star, to the left of output Q star, each unit of output is adding more to revenue. Each unit of output is adding more to revenue and less to cost. Each unit of output is adding more to revenue and less to cost. Within bracket you can write MR greater than MC. More to revenue and less to cost. So profit can be increased. So profit can be increased. Profit can be increased by producing more output. Profit can be increased by producing more output. On the other end, to the right of output Q star, to the right of output Q star, each unit is adding more to cost. Each unit is adding more to cost and less to revenue. Each unit is adding more to cost and less to revenue. Within bracket MC greater than MR. So it is profitable to reduce output. So it is profitable to reduce output. It is profitable to reduce output. Therefore, profit is maximized. Therefore, profit is maximized at output Q star. At output Q star. This is one diagram for profit. Next paragraph. In short run, next paragraph. In short run, there could be loss for competitive firm. In short run, there could be loss for competitive firm. There could be loss for competitive firm if price is less than average cost. If price is less than average cost. But despite loss, firm will continue to operate. Firm will continue to operate if it covers variable cost, if it covers variable cost, but if price will be less than variable cost, but if price will be less than variable cost, average variable cost, if price will be less than average variable cost, then firm will prefer to shut down. Firm will prefer to shut down. Firm will prefer to shut down. If price is less and average cost is more, then there will be loss. But in loss, when firm will operate, to operate this price should be greater than ABC. So you have to show it in graph. Again, use one diagram for market, other for firm. Prices are determined in market by market demand and supply. Intersection determine price. Right horizontal. So this horizontal line is price. Average cost should be above. Keep it above. Variable cost should be below. Keep variable cost below and progressively reduce that gap. ये गैप आप स्लाइटली धीरे धीरे कम करते जाएंगे. Mark minimum of both. Minimum of AC and minimum of ABC. And passing through the minimum of both, draw marginal cost line. Bold line or dotted line. Marginal will always cut average at the minimum point. Apply MRMC condition now, because you are following MRMC approach. So where MR is equal to MC, here is the intersection of MR and MC. MR line is this horizontal line. MC and MR are equal here. Mark that quantity first. You have to mark this quantity. This is the quantity where equilibrium condition is satisfied. But remember, at that quantity price is less, but average cost is more. So this area will represent what? That area will represent loss. But despite loss, why firm is operating? Because firm is having operating profit. Why firm is having operating profit? As price is more and variable cost is less. So if you mark this area, lower one, this will be the operating profit area. This will be operating profit area and this is the area of loss. ठीक है. अगर ये एवरेज कॉस्ट की लाइन ऊपर शिफ्ट हो जाए तो, या प्राइस की लाइन नीचे शिफ्ट हो जाए तो, अगर ये प्राइस नीचे आ जाए या एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट ऊपर शिफ्ट हो जाए, which area will reduce? Operating profit will reduce, and if that operating profit is zero, then shut down हो जाएगा. तो अगर आपने ये वेरिएबल कॉस्ट की लाइन को इस प्राइस की लाइन के ऊपर कर दिया, then there will be no production. There will be production only if variable cost is lower than the price. ये वेरिएबल कॉस्ट जहाँ पे टच कर जाएगा वो शट डाउन प्राइस हो जाएगा. प्राइस अगर उसके नीचे होगा then there will be no production. That means if you shift that line downward further, तो अगर इस लाइन को आप further downward shift करते जाएंगे तो there will be a point reached where it will be just tangent or the minimum point. So if it is just tangent or that minimum point, after that there will be no production and quantity will be said to be zero. Shut down हो गया तो quantity zero हो जाएगा. So this is the diagram for loss. Done. There is a third possibility. First diagram for supernormal. This is for loss. Third possibility is for normal profit. Next paragraph. In short run, there could be only normal profit. In short run, there could be only normal profit if price is equal to average cost. If price is equal to average cost at profit maximizing output. Price is just equal to average cost at profit maximizing output. So third diagram you can draw. Intersection determine price. MR, just keep average cost, minimum point will be tangent there, and passing through that minimum point draw MC line. MR equal to MC there. ठीक है, नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट को आप एरिया के टर्म में शो नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज इट इज इंक्लूडेड इन कॉस्ट. Remember, this is the quantity produced by one firm and this is the quantity produced by market. So if you multiply one firm quantity with the number of firm, you will get this value. This is quantity produced by a single firm and this is quantity produced by the entire market. Multiplying this quantity by number of firm, you can get this quantity. Done. So you have drawn sixth part of diagram. In fact, 3 diagram for TR and TC approach and 3 for MR and MC approach. Now move ahead. It is supply curve of a competitive firm. Supply curve of competitive firm in short run. It determining supply curve of firm and supply curve of firm in short run. Supply curve of competitive firm in short run. Remember, when you have to explain supply curve is said to be explaining relation between price and quantity supplied. So if I say at price P1 supply will be Q1, I will get 1 point. At price P2 quantity will be Q2, you will get second point. By joining all those combinations, you can get supply curve of firm. For that purpose, use one diagram for market and 2 diagram for firm. ये भी firm का description है और ये भी firm के लिए. Suppose market demand and supply are intersecting here. So this is the market price. I start with say P3. Suppose price is P3, so at that price you can draw that line MR. Draw average cost below. So average variable cost will be further down and the gap will be narrowing down. Passing through the minimum of both, you draw marginal cost line. ये step all diagram में follow करना. So if I say price is P3, then how much quantity firm will produce and supply? Firm will always produce that much quantity where its own profit get maximized. Firms are guided by profit maximization. And what is profit maximizing condition? MR equal to MC. So if price is P3, marginal revenue is equal to that. MR equal to MC. Determine quantity Q3. So at price P3, how much is supply? Q3. So you can mark that price. At price P3, quantity supplied will be Q3. At price P3, quantity supplied will be Q3. But P3 Q3 को अगर मार्क करते हैं वहां पे तो ये वाला पॉइंट आएगा. P3 और Q3 का कोऑर्डिनेट यहाँ है. Remember, this is the point on which line? Marginal cost line. At this quantity, firm is having profit or loss or normal profit. In fact, supernormal profit है. So if firm is having supernormal profit, obviously firm will continue to produce. Now, rather than price P3, if price is lower, और deliberate इस point को mark करना है अभी देखने के बाद. I am taking a particular price which is lying in between these two. इन दोनों के बीच में के लेना है price को. So if I say that price is P2, which could be the case if supply curve was positioned here. अगर supply का मैंने यहाँ ना बना करके यहाँ बना रखा है तो यार मान लिया लेटेस्ट से नंबर ऑफ फर्म्स एंटर करके मार्केट में. So if a price is P2, then at P2 you will draw a line. Now where MR is equal to MC? MR is equal to MC at this point. Corresponding to that quantity Q2, whether firm is having profit or loss. At price P2, quantity supplied will be Q2, but at quantity Q2, price is less but average cost is more. So firm is having, whether in loss firm will operate or not. Operate because price ज़्यादा है और variable cost कम है. So firm will not shut down, firm will continue to operate. Operate means firm will produce and supply. How much quantity firm will supply? At what price? P2 and Q2 you can mark in there, in that third diagram. So you can mark that P2 and join it with quantity Q2. You get second point. P2 Q2 coordinate will be here. Remember again that point is lying on which curve? MC line. Now, if price reduces further, और third point illustrate करने के लिए इसको exactly minimum से ले लें. I'm taking that third price as P1, minimum point. Third price as P1, and if it is just tangent on that variable cost line, which could be the case if supply curve is passing through this point. So now how much quantity firm will supply? There MR is equal to MC now. MR equal to MC at this minimum point. So at that minimum point, whether it is profit or loss, but within loss it is a case where even operating profit has reduced to 0. So firm will operate or not, or may operate, may not operate because even operating profit is 0. But अगर प्राइस इससे नीचे हो जाए तो certainly firm will not operate. So if firm will not operate, supply will be 0. So at any price below P1, supply will be 0. At price P1, firm may supply quantity Q1 or firm may not supply quantity. But any price below P1, P1 के नीचे कोई भी प्राइस अगर मार्क करते हैं, then how much is supply? 0. And where you can plot 0. ग्राफ में 0 कहाँ प्लॉट करेंगे? At any price below P1, supply will be 0. It will be coinciding with the y-axis. At any price below 0, supply will be 0. So make coincide with the vertical line. At any price below P1, supply will remain 0. At P1, supply is Q1. At P2, supply is Q2. At P3, supply is Q3. Connect all. By connecting all, you get supply curve, but remember that curve is coinciding with which line? P1 Q1 is this point, P2 Q2 is this point, P3 Q3 is this point. So if you connect all 3 points, you will get which curve? So marginal cost curve is supply curve, but not the entire marginal cost curve. It is not the entire marginal cost curve. It is only that part of MC which is above the average variable cost. So which part of MC is not part of supply curve? Below one. तो below वाले जो part है ये supply curve का part नहीं होगा. The marginal cost which is below the average variable cost is not part of supply curve. Only that part of MC which is lying above the average variable cost. Only this section. Only this section is a supply curve. So marginal cost curve is said to be the supply curve of the firm. Marginal cost curve is said to be the supply curve of firm. So firm produces how much quantity here? Firm produces that much quantity where MR equal to MC. Clear? But in place of MR I can write price, because under perfect competition MR is equal to, so if you write P equal to MC you will get supply curve, relation between price and quantity. So that curve is basically supply curve of firm. Price equal to marginal cost. Price equal to marginal cost. Price equal to marginal cost is said to be the supply curve of firm. Now this question has been asked in the current year वाले पेपर में, but it was applied, you can say. क्वेश्चन के दो नेचर हो सकते थे. क्वेश्चन क्या सकता था, एक्सप्लेन मार्जिनल कॉस्ट का विद सप्लाई कर्व, तो आप थ्योरेटिकली इसको एक्सप्लेन कर देते. बट दिस क्वेश्चन ऑफ 2019, ठीक है, इसमें फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन जो कंपल्सरी क्वेश्चन है वो देखिए, कैन आंसर विद दैट फर्स्ट क्लास. Under competition, the cost function is given as cost equal to y square plus 1, where y is output, मतलब quantity है वो, yq है. Derive the inverse supply curve and show how supply curve looks like. This was a compulsory question. Cost function given है, competition word use हो गया है. Derive the inverse supply curve and show how supply curve looks like. That means you have to plot it. But you know that under competition, which cost curve is supply curve? Marginal cost curve is supply curve. And how you will get marginal cost from total cost? Because this is total cost. So total cost given है तो उसको differentiate कर लिया, then you will get marginal cost. And P equal to MC लिख देना है. ठीक है? तो cost function से क्या निकालना था बस? एक स्टेप रिक्वायर्ड है. यू मस्ट नो अंडर कॉम्पिटिशन मार्जिनल कॉस्ट का भी सप्लाई कर, एंड यू मस्ट नो हाउ टू फाइंड दैट एमसी. कॉस्ट फंक्शन इज वाई स्क्वायर प्लस 1. सो इफ यू सॉल्व इट तो सॉल्यूशन इसका ये हो जाएगा. डिस्क्रिप्शन इसके बाद लिख देंगे. ठीक है, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन मार्जिनल कॉस्ट. सो दिस कॉस्ट वाज गिवन एज y square plus 1. From that total cost calculate marginal cost first. So in order to calculate marginal cost you are differentiating this function with respect to y output है. तो 2y का डिफरेंशिएशन क्या हो जाएगा? पावर से मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया, y स्क्वायर का डिफरेंशिएशन किया. ठीक है, पावर से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं और पावर से 1 माइनस कर दिया, और कांस्टेंट टर्म का डिफरेंशिएशन 0 हो गया. तो मार्जिनल कॉस्ट इज इक्वल टू 2y. देयरफॉर व्हाट इज सप्लाई कर्व? P इक्वल टू MC. तो P इक्वल टू MC और MC की जगह क्या लिख देंगे? 2y लिख देंगे. ठीक है, एंड इफ यू प्लॉट इट, हाउ टू प्लॉट इट? When you draw either demand or supply, you take price on this axis, quantity on this axis. Quantity is your y. P equal to 2y को प्लॉट करना है. इसका मतलब y अगर 1 होगा तो प्राइस 2 आ जाएगा, If you take y as 1, price will be 2, so you get one particular point. If you take y as 2, then price will be 4, like linear relationship होना. So starting from origin now, you can draw that straight line. ठीक है, 1 के correspondingly 2, 2 के correspondingly 4, and this is a supply curve. That's it, इतना ही लिखना था वो. ठीक है, उस क्वेश्चन का शॉर्ट पॉइंट मतलब कंसेप्ट दो टेस्ट हो रहे हैं वहां पे. फर्स्ट यू मस्ट नोट सप्लाई कर्व इज मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व, एंड देन यू आर जस्ट राइट P equal to MC. MC is 2y, so P equal to 2y. This is inverse supply curve itself. And what is direct supply curve? जब आप डायरेक्ट डिमांड फंक्शन लिखते हैं और इनवर्स डिमांड फंक्शन लिखते हैं, क्या फर्क होगा? जनरली वी से दैट डिमांड इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ प्राइस. कॉमन डिमांड फंक्शन में क्या लिखा जाता है? क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ प्राइस, दैट इज डायरेक्ट. बट इफ आई से प्राइस इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ क्वांटिटी, देन इट बिकम्स इनवर्स. ये तो ऑलरेडी इनवर्स लिखा हुआ है, P इक्वल टू 2y है. अगर इसका डायरेक्ट लिखना होगा तो क्या लिखते हैं? y इक्वल टू P by 2, that will be a direct supply curve. Y is a function of price is direct. P as a function of quantity is inverse already. ठीक है, तो just you have to give some description part that why you consider MC as supply curve, और ये part वहाँ पे show कर देना. Now in these type of question, if because objectivity ऐसे question में ज़्यादा होती है, in these type of question if you are writing accurately and plotting it accurately, out of 10 7 or more than 7 marks मिल सकते हैं, और 10 नहीं मिलते हैं. 7 is maximum, you can say 70% ही वहाँ highest है. मतलब परफेक्ट है, आइडियल आंसर लिख रहे हो तो क्या मिलना है? 7 मिलना है. बट इन दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन यू मे गेट मोर देन 7 ऑल्सो. ठीक है, तो कंसेप्ट के दो अप्रोच होते हैं, उसका जरा ध्यान रखेंगे. देयर वाज ओनली वन पार्ट व्हिच वाज आस्क्ड इन दिस फॉर्म, रेस्ट वाज डिस्क्रिप्शन. यूजुअली दे डू नॉट आस्क इन टर्म्स ऑफ फंक्शन, बट ओकेजनली 4-5 ईयर में ओकेजनली एक क्वेश्चन ऐसे आ जाता है. ठीक है, फंक्शन यहाँ यूज किया गया. सो राइट इट थ्योरेटिकली नो. Supply curve explains relationship between price and quantity supplied. Supply curve explains relationship between price and quantity supplied. Full stop. For a competitive firm in short run, supply curve is its marginal cost curve. Supply curve is its marginal cost curve. But it is not the entire marginal cost curve. It is not the entire marginal cost curve. It is not the entire marginal cost curve. So, in fact, it is only that part of MC. In fact, it is only that part of marginal cost. It is only that part of marginal cost which lies above average variable cost. Which lies above average variable cost. Which lies above average variable cost. Next paragraph. This is because when marginal cost is less than ABC, when marginal cost is less than ABC, then equating price with MC, implies that price will be less than ABC. It means that there will be operating loss. For firm. And therefore firm will not produce any output. As a result, quantities supplied will be zero. Therefore, only that part of marginal cost curve, which is above average variable cost curve, is supply curve of firm. Remember, when you say that supply curve of firm is marginal cost curve, it means you are equating price with MC. And why we do not take the part below, which is below than the average variable cost? If MC is less than ABC and you equate price with MC to determine output, if I say P is equal to MC but MC is lower than ABC, मतलब वो section लिया जो ABC के नीचे है, then it will imply what? P equal to MC but MC is less than ABC, so it will imply that price will be less than ABC. But price lower than ABC means operating loss है, ऑपरेट करने में लॉस है, better not to operate, therefore shut down हो जाओ. So we equate price with MC, but that part of MC which is lower than ABC is never part of supply curve. So only that part of MC which is above the ABC is the supply curve. Because if it is above, then you equate price with MC, then price will be greater than ABC. Price greater than ABC means there will be operating profit, firm will continue to operate. But यहाँ जो क्वेश्चन दिया गया है, इस क्वेश्चन के अंदर सिर्फ न्यूमेरिकली आस्क्ड है, बट डज नॉट मीन कि आपने सिर्फ ऐसे लिख करके डायग्राम ड्रॉ कर दिया. यू हैव टू गिव दैट लॉजिक एज वेल, एक्सप्लेन भी करना है कि व्हाई वी कंसीडर एमसी एज सप्लाई कर्व. बट इस कॉस्ट फंक्शन में हाउ मच इज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट? वाई स्क्वायर ये हो जाएगा वेरिएबल, वो वाई का फंक्शन है, ये वन फिक्स कॉस्ट है. इस फंक्शन से अगर मैं एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट निकालूं तो वेरिएबल कॉस्ट अगर यहाँ से कैलकुलेट करते हैं, एवरेज अगर निकालेंगे तो क्वांटिटी से डिवाइड कर देंगे. वाई स्क्वायर को वाई से आपने डिवाइड कर दिया तो सिंपली क्या रह जाएगा? वाई रह जाएगा. मतलब वाई वन तो एवरेज वैल्यू कॉस्ट भी वन, वाई टू तो एवरेज वैल्यू कॉस्ट भी टू. तो वो लाइन एक्चुअल में स्ट्रेट लाइन बन जाएगी. बट यूजुअली इस फंक्शन के अकॉर्डिंगली तो ये सही है, बट नॉर्मली जब आप कर्व ड्रॉ करते हैं देन वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व आर नॉट यू शेप, आर नॉट स्ट्रेट लाइन, दे आर यू शेप. ये होता है एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व. और इसके मिनिमम पॉइंट से when you draw marginal cost, it passes through that minimum point. Any price lower than this, there will be no production. and this is the price at which it is equal to minimum of ABC. यहाँ जो प्राइस देख रहे हैं इसी प्राइस को क्या कहेंगे, शट डाउन प्राइस ही होता है. शट डाउन प्राइस इज एक्चुअली इक्वल टू व्हाट, शट डाउन प्राइस इज इक्वल टू मिनिमम ऑफ ABC. शट डाउन प्राइस इज इक्वल टू मिनिमम ऑफ ABC. इन केस अगर कभी कैलकुलेट करने को कहा जाए तो फाइंड कर सकते हो. ऑप्शन में तो चांस रेयर है, नहीं आएंगे. इकोनॉमिक सर्विस में बी. यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट शट डाउन प्राइस. व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, शट डाउन प्राइस इज इक्वल टू व्हाट, मिनिमम ऑफ ABC. तो अगर कोई कॉस्ट का इक्वेशन गिवन होगा, कॉस्ट के इक्वेशन में हमेशा क्या होना है, फिक्स कॉस्ट एक पार्ट होगा और वेरिएबल कॉस्ट दूसरा पार्ट होगा. Variable will depend upon quantity. So from that variable you will calculate what, ABC. ABC को quantity से डिवाइड कर दिया, ABC हो जाएगा. और ABC का क्या निकालना है, हाउ टू मिनिमाइज. ABC का डिफरेंशिएशन इक्वेट कर देना जीरो से, वो ABC का मिनिमाइजेशन हो जाएगा. और मिनिमम पॉइंट पे जो ABC की वैल्यू होगी दैट विल बी द शट डाउन प्राइस. मिनिमम पॉइंट पे ABC की जो वैल्यू होगी दैट विल बी शट डाउन प्राइस. इस एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट को फाइंड करेंगे और इस ABC का मिनिमम पॉइंट कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे. तो मिनिमाइज करने के लिए आपको डिफरेंशिएट करके इक्वेट कर देना जीरो से. पास पेपर के जितने भी क्वेश्चन है टॉपिक वाइज ये मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर वाले क्वेश्चन होंगे उसमें. So you can say from this first class this 2019 question first you can answer, ये सॉल्व कर ही दिया. And from perfect competition part, अब इससे मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर के भी अगर आप क्वेश्चन देखते हैं करंट लास्ट ईयर जो 19 का पेपर उसके अंदर भी अगर आप ये क्वेश्चन देखो, माइक्रो बेसिकली इंक्लूड मार्शल वाल्सन एनालिसिस, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन थ्योरीज, welfare and market. But first question was from market, second was from market, third was from market. Tragedy of common, ये भी market failure का केस है. ये fifth was from market. ये monopolistic competition का क्वेश्चन है. Sixth was from market. ये 18 का क्वेश्चन, यहाँ तक 5 क्वेश्चन. तो यूजुअली 4 to 5 क्वेश्चन मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर के रहते हैं. 4 to 5 मीन्स मोर देन 60 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, कुछ कंपल्सरी में होंगे, कुछ ऑप्शन के अंदर होंगे. यूजुअली वी हैव 4 to 5 क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर टॉपिक. एंड डिओपोली, मोनोपोलिस्टिक, ये एक्चुअल में रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हो गया क्वेश्चन आप कह सकते हो. फर्स्ट वाज फ्रॉम कंपटीशन, सेकेंड वाज फ्रॉम मोनोपोली, नेक्स्ट फ्रॉम ओलिगोपोली एंड दिस इज फ्रॉम मोनोपोलिस्टिक. 4 मार्केट है, चारों के क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, तो कंटेंट करते समय जो क्वेश्चन जैसे आपने ये फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन किया वो आप मार्क करते जाना कि कौन कौन से क्वेश्चन आप करते जा रहे हो. एंड यू सॉल्व्ड दिस क्वेश्चन नंबर 18 आल्सो. Under perfect competition, shorten, find out graphically without using average cost the condition for equilibrium of normal profit, supernormal and loss. ये हैबिट, ये प्रैक्टिस आप सेपरेटली फॉलो करना कि हर क्लास के अंदर जो भी क्वेश्चन हो रहे हैं जस्ट कीप अ सेपरेट स्पाइरल फॉर दैट. मतलब घर पे जाकर के आपने क्वेश्चन यहाँ भी कर रखा है बट उसको आप अलग भी लिखते जाओ. ठीक है, वहाँ प्रॉपर फॉर्म में लिखे हो. जस्ट कीप अ हैबिट ऑफ राइटिंग 2 क्वेश्चन एवरी डे. ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम there will be many questions. अगर आप ये फॉलो कर लेते हो इन अ मंथ there will be 16, over a period of time of 4 months there will be more than 250 questions. ठीक है, तो ऑलमोस्ट पास पेपर वो आप डे टू डे लिखते जाओगे, बेटर है. इन एडिशन टू योर टेस्ट, ये सारे इन एडिशन टू योर रेगुलर टेस्ट है. इसके अलावा जो क्वेश्चन हो रहा है वो क्वेश्चन मैं शो कर रहा हूँ, ये आपके पास मेल पे होगा क्वेश्चन, इसको प्रिंट करके आप एक अलग स्पाइरल अपने पास रखेंगे. प्रेफरेबली ये करना कि डोंट कलेक्ट ऑल इन वन स्पाइरल. बेटर ये होगा कि माइक्रो कीप सेपरेट, मैक्रो कीप सेपरेट, मनी एंड बैंकिंग कीप सेपरेट स्पाइरल, इंटरनेशनल सेपरेट है, ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट सेपरेट है. माइक्रो के स्पाइरल में माइक्रो वाले क्वेश्चन लिख दिए. ठीक है, सो दैट आपको सर्च ना करना पड़े. जहां आप माइक्रो का कंटेंट भी लिख रहे हैं उसके बैक में भी रखो और सेपरेट स्पाइरल में भी रखो। मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर जहां स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं वहां मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर के क्वेश्चन लगा देना, जहां डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बिगिन होगा वहां डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के क्वेश्चन, सो दैट पास पेपर उस सिस्टम में ही होगा। मतलब डोंट गेट मल्टीपल सोर्सेस, जस्ट कीप वन सोर्स in one spiral, all information should be your content, past year paper, explanation of that, answer of that, ठीक है। एंड एज यू नो आंसर लिखते समय इस फॉर्म के आपको आंसर लिखने, मतलब वहां पे आंसर लिखते समय ये पेज आपको मिलता है, ठीक है। तो एक सेपरेट स्पाइरल ये लिख करके भी आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो। यहाँ क्वेश्चन स्पेसिफाई कर दीजिए, जो क्वेश्चन आप लिख रहे हैं ईयर वहां मेंशन कर देना, एंड मेक अ हैबिट ऑफ राइटिंग दैट आंसर इन जस्ट बोथ साइड, whether it is of 10 marks or 15 or 20। अभी आप हैबिट बना लो कि दो साइड लिख रहे हैं। इन 15 marks and 20 marks question, although there will be more space, so that means one side will be this, ये कंपल्सरी क्वेश्चन के लिए अवेलेबल होता है बोथ साइड, और 15 and 20 फोर साइड्स होंगे। but just make a habit of writing on both side, अभी right now प्रिसाइज लिखना, थोड़ा ज्यादा एक्यूरेट, ज्यादा एलैबोरेट मत कीजिएगा। बोथ साइड भी अगर आप लिखते हैं यू हैव टू आंसर 19 क्वेश्चन इन टोटल, 19 into 2 that will be 38। with a good speed you can't write more than 34-35 pages। अगर गुड स्पीड भी होगा तो भी 3 घंटे में आप 34-35 पेजेस से ज्यादा लिख सकते हैं। तो the compulsory one you have to cut it short। in terms of compulsory question there are 10। the paper structure will be section A, question number 1, that will be A part, B, C, D and E, and this part is compulsory। so this first question is in fact 10 into 5। then question number 2 will have part A, B and C, and usually breakup is either 15, 15, 20 or 20, 15, 15, either way। so 50 marks this। question number 3 again part A, B and C। question number 4 A, B and C, this is section A। in section B international and growth and development, question number 5 part A, B, C, D and E, and again this question is compulsory, so 10 into 5, 50 is this। and so you have to attempt first question and fifth question compulsory, and then attempt any 3, selecting at least from both sections। question number 6, question number 7, question number 8, I have to choose 3 more, at least one from both। for example you selected question number 3, now you can take 2 questions from section B, और एक क्वेश्चन अगर यहाँ सेलेक्ट किया, it all depends upon whether you are more comfortable with international growth and development, तो आप सेक्शन B के तो क्वेश्चन 2 कर सकते हैं। if you are more comfortable in micro market structure then take write 2 question here and 1 question from here। बट उतना रिजिडली फॉलो नहीं होता, पेपर देखोगे तो वो क्लियर हो जाएगा, रिजिडली वो फॉलो नहीं करते सेक्शन ए और बी को। यूजुअली वी से दैट सेक्शन ए इज माइक्रो, बट सेक्शन ए के अंदर ही सेक्शन ए के क्वेश्चन, ये मार्केट का क्वेश्चन था, ये भी मार्केट का क्वेश्चन था, बट हाउ डज कार्बन ट्रेडिंग हेल्प इन रिड्यूसिंग एनवायरमेंटल डिग्रेडेशन, ये ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट का क्वेश्चन। हाउ इज ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स कैलकुलेटेड बाय यूएनडीपी, स्टिल अगेन इट इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट, सेक्शन बी का है इनफैक्ट, जो सेक्शन ए में आ रहा है। तो सिलेबस ने कहीं डिफाइन नहीं किया कि दिस इज सेक्शन ए, दिस सेक्शन बी, बट फॉर्मेट ऑफ क्वेश्चन विल बी इन दिस फॉर्म, ठीक है। सो इन टोटल देयर आर 28 पार्ट्स and you have to attempt any 19। 10 तो कंपल्सरी हो गए और 3 क्वेश्चन करेंगे, each will have 3 parts, 9 क्वेश्चन, ठीक है। so keep a separate spiral for that, and in addition you will also get a topic wise list of topics जो आप यहाँ कर रहे हैं। ये एग्जॉस्टिव एक तरीके से आपका चेक लिस्ट है। लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल माइक्रो विल बी स्टार्टिंग विथ मार्शिलियन एंड वालेशन, वो फर्स्ट टॉपिक है। विद इन दैट मार्शिलियन एंड वालेशन 2 अलग अलग क्वेश्चन है, यूनिकनेस, एग्जिस्टेंस एंड स्टेबिलिटी। डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन विल बी मार्जिनल प्रोडक्टिविटी थ्री डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, Arendt, Quasirent, Kaldor, Kaliski, Ricardian model. Then market structure, mainly it is a oligopoly, Cornet model, Stackelberg, Burton, price leadership, dominant, low cost, barometric, cartel, ये सारे ओलिगोपोली के टॉपिक्स हैं. So within market there will be oligopoly, monopolistic, corporate competition, and within monopolistic these will be the separate topics: monopolistic competition, product differentiation, Chamberlain model, A, B, C, excess capacity concept. Corporate competition usually starts with short run supply curve. Let's short run supply curve. Next will be long run supply curve under increasing cost industry, decreasing cost industry, and constant cost industry. तो ये भी plus in monopoly, sources of monopoly, why monopoly do not have supply curve and so on. ये complete part है जिसमें entire paper 1 का topic wise prepared है. एक तरीके का आपका checklist है जो आप कर रहे हैं वहाँ मार्क करते जाइएगा. What is left जो आपको भी आइडिया रहेगा कि how much has been covered, how much is remaining. ठीक है. So और if you find a new question, तो आपने एक लिस्ट ऑलरेडी बना रखा है. If you find a new question, just add into that. ठीक है. So that at the end रिवाइज करते समय कन्वीनियंट होगा, आप इजिली रिवाइज कर सकते हैं कि you have covered these topics at least. ये टॉपिक कवर करने के बाद अगर आप पास पेपर देखते हैं तो इजीली आप रिलेट करोगे, अच्छा ये टॉपिक लिखा, ये क्वेश्चन भी आ रहा है. दैट मीन्स यू आर रीडिंग रेलेवेंट पार्ट. क्लियर है. बुक्स का सेपरेट कलेक्शन जो यहाँ से स्टडी मटेरियल के फॉर्म में मिल रहा है उसमें अलग अलग मल्टीपल सोर्सेज के कलेक्शन है. यू कैन कीप अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट HL आहूजा माइक्रो एंड मैक्रो के लिए, और इंटरनेशनल साल्वाटोर एंड पॉल क्रुगमैन. You will be getting Xerox of Paul Krugman, but you have to keep Salvatore. For growth and development, keep ML Jingan. Rest जो ML Jingan में नहीं है, जो अलग अलग सोर्सेज हैं, देवराज डे या जोन्स या मैनक्यू, उनका स्पाइरल में यहाँ मिल जाएगा मटेरियल के अंदर. So if you have to buy book, you are keeping that HL आहूजा 1, Salvatore and ML Jingan. ठीक है. रेस्ट मटेरियल यू विल बी गेटिंग फ्रॉम हियर. उसके आगे से कल कंटिन्यू रहेगा लॉन्ग सप्लाई का.